Okay, good afternoon. Let's see how this new camera angle works. You can see how much time I have. That should be good. Just doing more 15-minute chess. Yeah. 15-minute. Pair me. I have not actually played since the last time I posted. And it's in the evening, which means I'm probably going to play poorly. But that's good, because we need a loss. We need a good loss. Otherwise you guys are going to think I'm just posting my wins. Which isn't the case. My arrival was noted by does not matter. Ah! The white pieces! Oh, you can almost see all of the resign buttons. Carpeta. Carpeta from Andorra. We'll play the Scotch. Scotchy, Scotch, Scotch. Whoa, down into my belly. Not gonna play the Mises. Not gonna do it. Bishop e4 is the move. But he plays d6. I don't understand. So he wants to avoid bishop to b4. A perfectly good move. Knight takes c6 is probably fine. For bishop d3. Seems fine. I'm only 1688. I thought I was 1698. There's only one recapture. What are you thinking about? I could be really aggressive and play bishop to c4, but then he gets d5 right away, doesn't he? So that doesn't look super. Just go bishop d3. d5, castles, takes, knight takes. Okay, so he's gonna do that. Is e5 anything? Doesn't look like it. He just takes and nothing. Woohoo! This is a terrible bishop. Let's just castle. Maybe play for f4. What if we play c5? That's kind of a weird move. You'd figure you want the pawn on c6 so you could play d5. Challenge the center. He castles. It's getting more difficult to decide what to do. I'm just thinking, just looking at the position, just trying to formulate a plan. I'm not entirely sure that I want to play f4 because he just goes d5. But if he goes d5, I guess I can go e5. That seems kind of dangerous, so maybe I should. I'm trying to figure out the difference between this position and a normal position. I mean, he doesn't have a bishop out here on these squares to annoy me, so I can pretty much play f4 right away. I don't think I need to play king h1 at first. And it does make it difficult for him to play d5, I guess, because I get just really fast pawns going towards his king. But if he ever does play it, he's got bishop c5, but then I just move the king, and it's not like his knight is going to coordinate well with the bishop. But he does have knight g4 at some point for e3. But I've got my dark square bishop. I don't know. I just don't want to get into a position where I play f4 and he plays a quick d5 and goes bishop c5 check and knight g4. What's a more calm way of approaching this? Bishop e3, knight to g4, definitely. So I don't like that. Bishop d2 seems really passive. What else is there? I don't know. I guess there's just king h1 immediately. And just see what he does. But he probably just goes d5. Then what, do I just go e5? I would play bishop g5 to deter d5, but he just plays h6. Takes, and he just has a good bishop. Though he doesn't get d5 so easily. Well, he does. He just plays it. What am I thinking? No, he doesn't. If he played that right away, I'd go dc, cd, knight takes, queen takes, bishop takes, h7, check, and that would win the queen. But all this is kind of... I don't know if I want to give up the bishop pair for that. That seems kind of foolish. I don't know if I want to play bishop g5. It just doesn't seem right. Let's just play king h1. It's not like I'm in a rush. Is it? Is it like I'm in a rush? I don't think it is. What's he gonna do? Rook b8 maybe? That'd be funny. I think d5 is pretty much got to be correct. You know, it's pretty much got to be correct. I'm not even sure if I want to play e5 there because he's always got d4. And that's just really annoying. But there are cute tactics in the Oh, that's funny. Okay, now I'm definitely playing f4. Most def. I don't think I have to think about this very much. There aren't any tactics on the knight. I mean, that's why I played king h1, right? How did I know he's going to play rook b8? I mean, it's not even an important pawn. Well, I mean, it kind of is. I don't know. So he's going to use that square for the bishop. That's interesting. I think queen e1 is something I kind of want to play anyway. Does he have any tactics? I don't think so. Yeah, we're just going to play queen e1, I think. And maybe play for e5 and queen to h4. That seems perfectly fine. I mean, with like Grand Prix ideas, right? Maybe he'll play rook e8 to get a post on my bishop. But then I might have e5. D, fe, knight goes where? Because I've always got queen to h4 with tempo. So if he goes knight h5, I guess I can go queen h4 hitting the bishop. And what does he do to save it? Like f5? I just take that. I need to be a little bit careful about this rook, maybe. With these tactics coming out of nowhere. Even though the bishop defends it right now, it would kill off any kind of play that I would have on h7 if it had to go back to f1 for a turn. Because the king played to h1. Oh, excuse me, friend texted me. It would be embarrassing if I lost to a 1650, but I don't know this guy. He could be a baller. He could be super good from... Where's he from? Where's he from? Carpeta. From Andorra. Of course, yeah, Andorra. What time is it in Andorra right now? It is 8 o'clock p.m. Central Time. Where I am. So in a lot of those lines I was calculating e5, knight moves queen to h4. That's really stupid. Because that line doesn't work. For obvious reasons. Knight to e8, I'm not really thinking that's a good move. What do I want to play? Maybe queen g3? Just go after the bishop there. If he goes bishop h6, then I can play queen to h3. If he goes bishop g6, I play f5. That hurts. His idea is he wants to go bishop to h4 probably. But it's kind of a stupid move. It doesn't really do anything. I think queen to g3 looks really snazzy. And if he goes bishop h6, again, just queen h3, hitting the bishop. Maybe he goes g6, but then I have g4. I kind of like queen to g3. I don't know. I don't really see any other moves. I don't think f5 does anything for me particularly. Yet, anyway. Maybe in the future. But I think I'm going to go queen g3. Again, coming after the bishop. What happens if he goes... Well, he goes back knight f6 and there's no threat of queen to, or bishop to h4. So, potentially queen to g3 here. Just slowly going on this attack. I mean, if he does nothing... Oh, wow, really? That is kind of insane. Can't I trap the bishop with f5? I think I can. I mean, it does make this bishop kind of terrible, but I think I'm winning material there, aren't I? f5. What does he play? After h3. Like, my king side is becoming terrible, but actually I'm getting the open g file, which might be useful. Yeah, okay. That's like my only move, right? I mean, so I might as well just play it. Man, this looks weird. I don't know if this was right, but it just looks like I'm winning the bishop, doesn't it? I mean, what's he do to save it? H5 was a terrible move, I think, unless I'm just calculating this incorrectly. I can just take that and say thank you very much. Just want to make sure I'm good here, because if I take it en passant, I think I'm just clearly winning. I don't think he realizes that. Well, he takes back with the bishop, I suppose. And then his light square bishop is free, but his king side is just ravaged. So what do I do? Well, hold on. If he takes back with the bishop, I can just take the bishop. Or if he, excuse, I'm thinking like bishop g5. Yeah, bishop gets freed, but I get a monstrous position. That sounds fun. Let's do that. Yeah, you remember your rook's not really defended there, buddy. Old pal. Wish I had bishop c4. That'd be really fun. God, my pieces would just flood in. Well, this might be a really short game. Because I queen h4 on the or excuse me, h6 on the cards, just to threaten mate in 1. And he doesn't even have knight f6 because I just go rook takes and sack on it. Yeah, what about queen to h6 here? Is that just winning on the spot? I think so. Because if he takes, then rook takes, checkmate. And again, if he goes knight to f6 to try to shore things up, I just take it with a rook and then mate on h7. I mean, this is why you can't like play against the Scotch and put your knight on the back rank, and play h5 and destroy your king side and stuff. I mean, what I don't know. It's kind of silly. But this is, I mean, the Scotch is a really sharp opening. It's old, I mean, but it's really sharp. So, and I didn't even play the Mises, but he probably knows the Mises. But, again, he played d6 and then retreated his knight. And, I mean, look at his pieces. They're just terrible. Rook b8 didn't do anything. That entire game was just inaccuracy after inaccuracy. And that's why you get checkmated in 17 moves. Man, I'm being really cynical. I mean, normally I'm really nice, but I'm being really mean to this guy. I like him. He's from Andorra. I don't play people from Andorra that often. But it looks like he's going to resign here. I think that's the right move. Just resign. Yeah, there it goes. Should I say good game? I don't even know. I mean, would that be cocky of me to say good game, even though I got crushed? Oh my god, what do I do? Maybe I have to? I don't know. Here. Surely he's not. Let me hit finger and see if he's already in another game. Finger carpeta. Man who does not know how to play the Scotch. He is. Yeah, he just moved right on. So he doesn't even care about me. I'm not gonna send anything. I'm just gonna let that. He's gonna sleep that one off. He's gonna pretend like that didn't happen. I guess we should review real quick, just because that was a really fast one. So the Scotch. So there's this stuff, right? But this can get really crazy. Or the main moves are bishop a6 and knight to b6. And I used to only play d4. But I just circumvent all this and play a calmer way of playing the Scotch. And that's the way I play here. It's just knight to c3. So typically he goes bishop to b4. The idea is just the pin here, right? So even if I go bishop d2, he just, well, hold on, bishop d2 loses immediately. What am I thinking? So the idea here is to exchange, and I guess you can really take with either pawn, and then just play bishop to d3. And I don't know, it's probably best to take like this. And you can play d5 at some point. I don't know. It's interesting. It's a little more positional than the crazy Scotch, but like the Mises. I think that capture was good. And then bishop d3, bishop e7. d6 was just bad. Why do that to yourself? What is the point of that? What is? I mean, I don't get it. Even if you don't know theory, like that's just a basic idea. You know, you can develop with tempo. I mean, also as possible as bishop c5. It's just not as good as bishop to b4, just because there's not this obnoxious pressure on the knight. Because you can even chop in some lines, and I get these really nasty pawns, right? But here, I mean, yeah, it's hitting on f2, but it's easily defended. I don't know. Why d6? King h1 was probably fine. Rook b8. See, this is another move that does like nothing. You know, he needs to be playing in the center, or figuring out how to, or like playing, I don't know, against this pawn or something productive. But rook b8 is just like now you can't really move your bishop. I mean, yeah, but I don't really want to move him. I don't know. It's like maybe rook b8 is appropriate at the right idea, but in the opening, you should be developing. I mean, look, his piece is, his knight's out. I mean, I don't know. Again, I'm just being cynical. You know, I'm gonna hit the queen. Well, doesn't the knight kind of want that square? And the bishop want to be here? And see, I was like worried about him being able to coordinate somehow on these squares, but d6 blew all that away, and bishop g4 is just a bad move. So this is just like a series of, I mean, let's undevelop the knight just so we can have this idea of playing here, and it doesn't even trap the queen because I have queen to d3. So I'm not, I don't get it. Queen g3 is good. h5 is really bad, I think. I mean, let me see what the computer says. Yeah, I think I should just get back, retreat the bishop, and h5 gives me a massive advantage. So I had the right idea at least, just trap the bishop, and bishop h4 is necessary, queen to f4, of course. Yeah, and now it's just exponentially massive disadvantage. Queen to f6. That's an interesting move. That is an interesting move, actually. I didn't see that. But I still, even on queen f6, don't I still have queen h6? I mean, or does he just take it? It's possible. Queen e3. Queen h6, just queen takes pawn. Right? And thus we're missing something. Because I don't have time to uncover an attack. He says queen e3, just hit the queen. Of course he takes on g6. I'm still a massive advantage here, just because, okay, yeah, I'm getting e5 in, and his king side is destroyed. But that's just, yeah, admitting defeat. And, wow, it's mate in 7 after knight to f6? I thought I could just play rook takes here. Oh no, well, even still, after rook takes and f takes g6. Oh, he gets out. Yeah, what do you know? Queen takes g6, king h8. e5, threatening mate. Bishop f5. Queen h5, king g7. Rook g6, king to f7. Bishop f5. Nothing better than c5. Interesting. So he had some more defensive resources than I was giving him credit here for. So I actually kind of played bad because I was calling out moves that were incorrect. Anyway, so okay, you can stop that computer. That wasn't the greatest game. I don't know if I'm gonna upload it or not. We'll find out. Anyway, you guys, happy chessing. See you on game 6.